It's acres and move makers. It's
Acres and move makers.
I deal with land flippers, acres and move makers, room shakers, big boys with huge paper, the newspapers. You can run but can't escape us. We winning with these flash green when they act racist. Success is so contagious. Let's go.
It's acres and move makers.
Welcome to Acres and Move Makers. My name is Ray.
My name is Jay,
And we are
the Acre Boys.
Today we want to talk to you about competition in the land space.
Now you see, this subject always comes up, right? And it always comes up because for some reason people feel like they're going to run out of actual land to purchase, right? But if I take the same thing and go over to what realtors have experienced, right? Realtors are buying and selling the same houses all the time. Whether a person resides in one place for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever the case may be, ultimately, most people go ahead and run through a couple of houses or whatever the case may be. So there is no difference in land. Now, who knows what those circumstances are, why they actually have to move or whatever the case may be. But typically, these realtors are rinsing and repeating the same properties time in and time out. But when it comes to land investing, here's what you got to understand, right? How many acres are there available in the United States?
1.9 billion.
1.9 billion acres. And as far as, houses, as far as houses are concerned, you know what I mean? Based off of those houses that are out there, rinsing and repeating the same thing. So with all those acres out there for you to buy, it is mandatory that you actually go out there and seek them out, because what you'll find is you'll never have any competition based off within that space. We even have actual partners of ours that we've done business with, right? They actually mailed the same county as us, and we got more deals than they did doing the same exact thing. Because one thing you got to keep in mind too, everything is about timing too as well, right? If the timing is right, people will go ahead and take advantage of that offer that you put in front of them, right? And who knows when the time is right? You may need money for some reason. You may want to actually relocate, whatever the case may be. You could have inherited property, whatever the case may be. But the bottom line is you will never run out of land to sell. Land and houses transfers all the time, all throughout the United States and the world.
Yeah, competition. Definitely less competition inside of the land space. We always talk about these numbers. There's about 1.7 million realtors across the country. And in the land space, I don't have a true figure, but it's less, in our guesstimation, it's less than 10,000 land investors inside of our space. So that's a huge disparity. That's a huge difference in those two numbers. Land, they're not making any more land. That's why it's so valuable, but it's so abundant because half the country is still undeveloped. Who knows if the other half, which is the west side, the Western Hemisphere, that's the side that is mostly undeveloped. Mostly developed is going to be the eastern side. And it plays into the effect of something to do with the climate and the demographic of the weather over there. That's why you have a lot of mountainous areas like Vegas and desert land and stuff like that. But guess what? We sold a lot of those properties for recreational uses. So even if they wasn't for developmental projects, they were used for recreational things. So those properties sell just as well too. And the other thing, as Jay stated, we always make this point too. How does one realtor have a career that spans over 30 years and only work 1 or 2 counties? How is that possible? They never run out of houses. They never run out of money. So in the land space, if there's like 1.9 billion acres, and most land brokers, they don't just tie themselves down to one county. Usually they work at least 2 to 3 counties or more. The good ones work the whole state, the good ones. Like the top echelon of land brokers, they work the state. So there's never going to be a shortage. And what most people who's not involved in this space, they fail to realize is that the money that's made in this space is equal or could be better than the traditional real estate market. And the reason I say that is because we can stack our deals. right? So can realtors with their houses, but it's so competitive to try to get your next house that it's tough to stack your deals and have 5 and 6 houses selling at one time. That's going to be the top of the line realtors that's able to pull that off. For the average realtor, they'll be lucky to get one house a quarter. Just facts. And I'm not throwing any shade on realtors because I like realtors. I like houses too. We love them. We just don't put our money there. But I love houses too. We flipped a house of 5 in our time as well. I like houses. I absolutely love them. But if I had to choose from flipping land and flipping houses, now that I'm inside of this space, I'm going with land all day. It is less competitive. Currently on the market now, we have 7 deals on the market. 7 at one time. And still looking for more. This space allows me to do that. I had a guy say to me, he said, well, if I sell one house, I can make 80 to 100,000 off of that one flip, while you guys are making, 20 to 30. Well, that's fine. I just stated we have 7 deals on the market. So if I'm seeing anywhere between 10 to 30 on a deal, do the math. I'm still beating your numbers and faster because our deals don't sit on the market. Typically, we're in and out of a deal anywhere from 0 to 90 days, typically. For
sure. And on top of that, if we wanted to go for higher margin deals, those are available too. It's not only the 20 and 30 grand profits. We've done 6 figures based off of projects too, 5 figures, whatever the case may be. So those are not the only deals that we do. We do the higher deals as well. But one thing, depending on how the market is shifting and how it's going, especially when it's suppressed on lack of capital as far as banks lending, whatever the case may be, through our data of what we compiled over doing this over years, there's a certain amount in between 30 to 40,000 where we have a lot of condensed cash buyers there readily available to go ahead and put their money out to buy those actual deals. And those cash deals go completely fast, especially in the land space.
All right, so you guys, if you find some value in this video, like,
comment,
share,
subscribe, everything.
Subscribe, and we'll continue to bring you as much value as possible. And until the next time, invest in dirt.
It's the cleanest way to make money. Peace, y'all.